It's the start of a new season, the third one here in Bordeaux. Been a pretty good off-season. We unfortunately have lost a fan favourite and a manager favourite. It's a big shame. But I've also got a new international job. Let's go and check it all out. Hey guys, Woody here, welcome back. This is episode 50 of Sunday League Premier League, a journeyman save. If you're enjoying this content, and if you've watched all other 49 episodes, you must be. And if you're not subscribed, well, if you could do that for me, it's free. Just tap that subscribe button, click that bell notification. Don't forget to hit that like button at the end of the video once you've watched it all. And comment, let me know, how do you think we're going to go this season in charge of Bordeaux? Right. We've got a bit to get through, and I'm hopefully planning to squeeze 2 games in, so I'm going to have to be very quick, and apologies if this is long. Let's start with the finances. Work my way down from the bottom of the list. We've got just under 11 million in the bank, just under 3 million transfers, and our wage budget is a bit less because I've adjusted things around, but we are still quite under that, which is good. Club vision is pretty much going to stay the same. They want us Champions League, reach the playoffs, qualify for the Conference League through the league, and quarterfinals of the Coupe de France. I think we can achieve all those things quite easily. Transfers. This is the important one here. We've got Christoph Kruger, who we're looking to bring in, 19-year-old right back, German. He looks pretty good. We've got 2.5 million for him, rising to 5 million. So he's probably not scouted, but he is wanted by quite a few clubs like Arsenal, Leicester. So I'm just trying to jump the gun here, but transfer history, let's go and have a look. So I don't think there's anyone who came in towards the end of last season and anyone who left at the late. No, Charlie Bertram went to Strasbourg. He wasn't that good anyway. Get to the real meat. So we'll go through the players in. We spent 14.25 and have let 9 million go. So Widson Ame, he was on loan last year. He had that 10 million optional future fee. So we exercised that. We shifted a bit of money around and he has come in. He's a good player, good no-nonsense centre-back, and he can cover it right back as well, which is good. His physical's good. He's only 22. He turns out quite well. So I'm really happy to get him in and just shore up that defence. We got Apollo. He's come in. He's a left back, left winger from Brazil. He's not too bad. 4-star potential, was rated a little bit highly before we signed him, but he's only 18. He came in on a free, so I can't not sniff at those free youngsters coming in. This one here, I'm very, very happy. Luis Vargas, 900k, Costa Rican, 18-year-old, 11 caps, 2.5 stars at the moment, but 5-star potential. This guy at 18 looks absolutely amazing. But there was a problem. Because he's Costa Rican, he counts as foreign. We've already got some foreign players, so he has gone back to Costa Rica to a different club to go on loan. So I kind of had to do it, but he looks really good. Really impressed with him. We brought in Imad Sulkia. He's third choice goalkeeper, Algerian, 19-year-old, 4-star potential in 1.5 at the moment. He's mostly there as a third choice goalkeeper, so nothing special there. And Mattia Morganti from Empoli, 2.9 million. He's a midfielder there, can play in the DM if we employ that, but he is currently 3.5 star, 4.5 star potential, and looks pretty decent. Has all good numbers in all the right spots. 21 years of age. Empoli was relegated, so I exercised a release clause, and we actually got him for slightly less than they paid for him, which is good, and he had a good season in Serie A. Now, I did say there was a fan favourite who has left, and that man is Sissoko. All the other ones were pretty much done and dusted. There were a few small ones there. Sissoko, we had the agreed promise of 8 million, and Lyon just came out of nowhere and said, hey, 8 million. And I was like, can't not. I already promised him. I didn't want to upset him because I am one of his favourite personnel. So it was really disappointing, especially for him to move to Lyon. But we doubled our value on him, which, isn't too bad. He's moving on to, I say a bigger club, but we finished third. So I'm not even sure that Lyon have Champions League football, do they? It doesn't look, I don't know what they've got. Wait, oh, I'm now just going to have to check where they finished last year, because they've got Europa Conference. So he ditched Champions League, but I mean, they are a bigger rep club, so there is that. But disappointed that he didn't go. I would have preferred him to go outside of France. But, you know, he'll always be there, and he'll be someone that I will be keeping a close eye of, which reminds me I will add him to the shortlist. So he was the main one who left. A couple of others, obviously, we knew Isaacson was going. Young kid here. Syed El Mak didn't really play much last year. He's gone as well. Jamet, Onamar and Chong left on freeze, as did Pendant. Most of these guys are all loans. So that's that. Staff-wise, we increased a couple of staff, so we're still looking pretty good. They won't give me any more sports scientists. I don't know why. Tactics, we're still rolling with the Kralove's Revenge version 2, the 2 CMs and the like. Schedule-wise, I've skipped past that. We had a pretty good run of pre-season. We beat Midtjylland 2-2, and then for some reason I rescheduled another game against Midtjylland. We beat them 2-0. We had a 10-0 win over this team here, and another draw, and we've just recently got a 1-0 win over Feyenoord in the Champions League path third qualifying round. So this is the one where we need to get through to, I think after this, there is the playoff. So we'll play Dungardens, that's it, or Zenit. So still pretty tough to get into the Champions League from here. We've got a bit of work cut out, but we do face Lille today in the opening game of the season, and obviously Feyenoord. And before we get into that, I've almost forgotten. I'm sure the really, really eagle-eyed amongst you have noticed that I have a new managerial job. Hey, do you want to manage France? And I was like, sure. Didn't have very good Euros. They got busted out in the group phase. They didn't qualify. So I was like, yeah, okay, that sounds pretty cool, because have a look at the nation. I mean, they've got Paul Pogba, who's 35, but I've got the chance to manage Mbappe. So, and they're third in the world. So I'm definitely really happy with this. Plus, they're paying me a stoningly good load of money, way more than the US. I think it's about 70,000 a year. So I could afford a better house, but I love that house in Bordeaux. It is so good. Anyway, we are going to get into the Lille game straight away. Like I said, we're going to try and squeeze in that final game as well. So, and it is going to be Aljoain in goal, Philip right back, Capilla, Ame, Castillo, Koza, Dumoulin, Morganti, Guebel, Shuranov, and McCormack up front. We're a little bit light on. We've got some players away at the Olympics, which is why we're a little bit short here, and Kostka is recovering from quite a bad injury. 8th of July he's been out for it's almost a whole month. Let's go and play. Alright, I'm going to point the finger. Go out there and impress me, boys. Come on. And we've got a highlight from the kickoff. I'm always nervous about them. Lille are a very good team. Good Johnson there. Idegger Johnson's son. He's a pretty good player, actually. But we're on the ball now with Capilla. And it is Castillo down the left here. Goebbels and Prince Koza can't find Holman McCormack. Ruiz is still here. He is away with the Spanish under-23 teams in the Olympics. So that's why he's not here. There's a couple of other players. But we're on the ball again with the captain now. Prince Koza finding McCormack. Morganti in his first game in a Bordeaux shirt. Sure enough, that's a great ball. And Prince Koza makes it 1-0. Get in. He's got some big shoes to fill this year, taking over probably from Sissoko. That's why I wanted to sign this guy Morganti here. I'm probably butchering that name. But just to give us a bit more in that midfield. And the Costa Rican kid, he was obviously that signing, but unfortunately he's a non-EU, and you're only allowed 4 non-EUs in France, and I already have 4 with Castillo, Aljoahi. Who are the other ones? I can't remember who are the other ones, but there was definitely 4. So he's had to go, and we'll see what happens with him. But either way, even if I'm not at Bordeaux next year, I know he's on the cards, and I've secured a pretty good deal for Bordeaux there by snapping up a good youngster for just under $1 million. Pretty quiet here. I say pretty quiet. I've just been talking through the highlights. And it is Lille now playing out from the back. Oh, sure enough, where was Holman McCormack? Should have been on that, and we could have grabbed us a goal, but he's nicked it here, and the Italian almost grabs a goal on debut, but we are looking really, really good, dominating Bordeaux here. Ame here with the throw-in, and is headed away by the Lille defence. PSG have obviously already started their first game of the season, and they thumped think it was Marseille. So obviously once again they're off to a flyer. Fila on the ball now, flicks it in, Goebbels, and his header wasn't powerful enough. I've always been trying to replace Fila, but he always does a good job. So I've brought in this young German kid. They'll both be squad players and both sort of rotate. Lille now out with the ball again, playing out from the back here. They've made a couple of mistakes there, so risky that they're still going again. I might try and change up a tactic actually in a minute. It's Castillo with the ball, Prince Koza there, and there is Holman McCormack. His first goal of the season. He's the other one. He's the third out of 4. I was just going to say instructions, out of possession. We're going to go use tighter marking. With them playing out from the back, we've got a good chance here, I think, of one of those ball-playing defenders here making a mistake. That's the plan anyway, and we're already 2-0 up, so probably shouldn't change a winning tactic, but that's what I'm doing. Gets Castillo on the ball now to Goebbels to Dumoulin, Prince Koza, who's been really effective this game. We're going to get out to Shuranov on the right. Shuranov, a little bit of interest, but not a lot of bids came in for him, and Prince Koza, great save from the keeper. Not a lot of bids came in. I think he had 1 or 2, and they just were really, really below my valuation of him. So Goebbels with the corner and is headed away. So I was like, no, I think someone came in for a bid. I think it was like 8 million maybe. I can't remember what he's valued, but I think it's about that. And I was like, nah, 20 mil, and no one would meet it. So he's still here. He didn't get upset. So anyway, Morganti there with the cross, and Prince Koza, he couldn't get it past the keeper. But we are really dominating this game. Lille have not had a shot on target. They've had 1 shot all game, and it is another highlight for Bordeaux, but it is a bit of a wayward throw, and it is now Lille on the ball. I just realised that that's Xavi Simons up there, this guy here with no hair, who, if you've seen a picture of Xavi Simons, he has massive, huge hair. So I think they made a small mistake there. Once again, we're low in the possession, but dominating, and it looks like someone there picked up a small injury. We'll just monitor that one. Might have been Prince Koza, who's absolutely having a magnificent game on 8.1. Goebbels has been quite quiet. He's on a yellow and a 6.6, and he's just given up the ball there in a decentish position, but we get the throw in. We're still now with the long throw into the box, but there is that no-head man, Xavi Simons. And here we are for another highlight. It's good Johnson on the ball now, the Icelandic striker. Lille, can they produce something in the second half that is better than what they did in the first? Because they were quite ordinary, but that is a great save by Al-Jawahi. Corner now. Bamba whips it in, and it is headed away by Capella. But they'll have another bite of the cherry here, but he's offside. So that man, Prince Koza, is looking very tired. We're probably going to look to take him off very soon, probably in the next 5-10 minutes, I would say. Along with Goebbels, who is having a bit of a poor game. It'll be Edson Russell probably to come on for him, but it is Shuranov now whipping in a good cross. Goebbels and Prince Koza couldn't get that one in. Oh, but Goebbels has just missed. But we are really, really all over Lille at this point. Air whips in the corner, and I thought we were going to get another bite there, but it is going to be a throw-in, which will probably go for a long one. Nope, and there's no highlight. It's up to a 7 now. Let's have a look and start to make a couple of those changes, because I've got that game against Feyenoord in a couple of days, which is going to be quite important. I know, obviously, Russell isn't here because he is on international duties. So this is a kid who we bought last year, Rubio Kasango, Angola, and he went back out on loan. So he looks pretty good too. Potential 5-star potential. And Al Mosahi was going to come on for Prince Koza as well, and I think we're just going to leave it like that for the moment. All right, here is Bordeaux. No, that's Lille coming out from the back. I didn't think we were as tight on them as I wanted to, but anyway, we win the ball back. It's fine. We're still 2-0 up and still dominating this game. There's the new man Rubio on debut for us today, and Dumoulin flicks that forward to Al Mosahi. McCormack on the ball. They play a little 1-2. And it goes a little bit awry, and Lille trying to whip that in. Rubio, Kasunga on the ball now. Castillo, Kasunga on the ball. What are we doing here? Ame finds Morganti. Something like that. Shuranov through Holman McCormack. Nope. Plays back to Shuranov, who uses Fila, who's going to go for that whipped cross in. Oh, Ganti Shuranov has a pop, and it is sort of makes these Champions League ones really hard. We've got, first game of the season, you want to get a good bit of momentum, but they're really, really crucial, those games, to get into the group stages. Here's Lil with a free kick. Simmons whips it over Good Johnson, but his shot is not on target, and he is offside. I can't make any more changes, can I? No. Oh well, Castellano with the throw-in. Off to the young debutante, Kasangu. That's a great ball hole, man. McCormack just, if he was not exhausted, I think he scores there and seals the game for us. It's Lil now trying to make some inroads. They've been pretty poor all game. We have absolutely covered them nice and easy. Costi now on the right. Brings it in. Morganti has a left-shotted pop that is well wide. I mean, they've had one shot on target, Lil. We've had 12. We've dominated, even though they've had slightly more possession. And that is the end of the game. No, we've got one last highlight. Bamba whips in the corner, and Simmons now has a... I don't know what that was, but it's full time. It's getting over. And we've won the opening game of the season, beating Lille. Prince Koza, man of the match. Well done, boys. Well done. All right, guys, we are back for the second leg against Feyenoord. Yeah, exactly the same team. The only change is Adil is going to come in as Margetti, I think his name is. Isn't actually registered, but I just wanted to show you where he is. Christoph Kruger has joined the club. 3-star at the moment, 5-star potential ability. He's got some great physicals. He is fast. He's determined. So I do like this kid. Could be good. And like I say, that kind of gives us, already worth almost 20 million. That gives us a nice little player to kind of, move in as Fila sort of moves out and give him a season or so. So that's the plan. Anyway, let's get into this. This is how we line up. Feyenoord. We're not checking. We're just going straight into it. We don't have time to waste. Another highlight from the kickoff. Have I got... Surely it's just that's on extended highlights. That's why we had so many last time. That's why that first game took so long, and that's why we're over 20 minutes already and into our second game. But it's an important game. I wanted to get it in here to show you guys. Is Fila now charging down the right? It's a good 1-0 away. All Quibbles, but it's a great save from the goalkeeper. It was a good 1-0 win away from home, and I feel like we've got enough about us to win this second leg. We'll definitely keeping an eye on Zenit and Dungarden's game. Never pronounced that name properly. But it is McCormack on the ball now for Bordeaux. Flicking across the Koza. Can he add? Oh, he tries to lash that into the net, but unfortunately it is wide. I don't even know what the score from the first game from Zenit is. I think it was 0-0 as well. Anyway. As well, when I say as well, it's 0-0 now. I'm just going to shut up. Shuranov on the ball now, but he has given it away. Feyenoord now looking pretty comfortable on the ball as Dumoulin on his customary yellow. I feel like that boy starts every game just on a yellow card, but it is McCormack now, and man, McCormack, what a goal. 25-yard screamer from the Colombian. What a goal. Have a look at this. The goalkeeper tries to clear, and it is the captain who nods it down, and McCormack, the little 1-2 is Shuranov, and boom, back of the net. Oh, we've got another one here before half-time. I thought we were going to run right into the sheds, but it's a good chance for us. There's the captain there to Adil back to the captain, and Adil and Fila again. Fila crosses, and Prince Koza. He's really getting up in there, isn't he? He's really getting into the box. I'm loving having him on that attack. He's a quality player. Into the sheds. Happy with the number of shots, boys. Keep it up. We're 2-0 up. Feyenoord do not look like scoring. We just like the game against Lille. They're not getting a shot on target, and it's our defence that is doing it. And look how high up we're playing this game. Look at all these passes here that we've got around here, and dominating the game. They're actually sitting back by the looks of it, which is weird. You're losing. Anyway, it's fine by me. Goebbels looks like he's picked up an injury, and it is Adil, and Adil will tap that in for his first goal of the season. And that is pretty much, I think, going to be game, set, and match. We're going to take him off for Russell, who's just come back from his runner-up medal at the Olympics. France lost in the final. I didn't see who, but it is a deal on the ball now. And can we get a third here and really put this tie beyond doubt? Dumoulin now, Capilla, Ame, back to Capilla, uses Dumoulin, and a deal flips it forward, and there is that young man Russell, and Edson Russell, his first goal of the season, and that is it. It is Bordeaux 3, Feyenoord 0, and that is 4-0 on aggregate, game, set, and match. And I couldn't see who were playing, if it was Zenit or not, but Castillo with the throw in here. Cormac heads back, whips it back in, and Shuranov makes it 4-0. We're going to make another substitution, I think, in a minute, because this game is done and dusted. Let's just have a look. Zenit are winning, so I think we'll end up playing Zenit, which was, you know, how it was probably going to play out. Fila, he is going to come off, and we'll swap in with Ame. Jordi Ruiz will come on for Holman McCormack. Feyenoord are not coming back to score 6 goals or even 5, take the extra time. And Shuranov now off the Koza header, and Ame now on the ball. Pushed out to that right-hand side, and it is it's Russell with another one. No, it's an own goal. Wow. Absolutely destroying them here. Ame here. He gets the assist. I thought it was Russell with the touch, but no, it's the sliding tackle from the Holse from the Bordeaux defender, put it in the back of his own net, and that just sums up Bordeaux defender, Feyenoord defender. That kind of sums up Feyenoord's day, to be honest. They have been absolutely whistless. We've just dominated them all aspects of the park, I say, as they slam one in here now to ruin our clean sheet bonus. But it is not to be, thank God, just yet. I mean, there's still time left in this game. Dumoulin on the ball now. So there's still time left, and we're still pushing for a 6th goal. This is, I mean, it's what I've told them to do in the tactic. We're not going to take our foot off yet. Everyone's still, you know, good. We'll give him a day off training if we need to. But is Ruiz now, and Jordi Ruiz has a pop, but he can't get it goalward. Corner now, Feyenoord, they whip it in, and Al Jawahi, he has come along in leaps and bounds. Khalid, good player. I've struggled to keep him. I'm surprised we kept him this season, to be honest, but we'll see. We'll see what next season holds. Who knows what next season holds? I'm getting ahead of myself. We're literally 1 league game and not even in the group stage of the Champions League yet. And I'm like, next season? And that is full time. 5-0, 6-0 on aggregate. Adil was amazing in that game. 1 assist, 2 clear-cut chances. I mean, the whole team was great. The lowest rating was Mbete, was Jordi Ruiz with the 6.8, and they were sub. Well done, boys. Well, so I thought it was 0 on the first leg. It was 3-1 to Zenit. So Zenit have gone through 6-2. So we will be playing Zenit St. Petersburg, which is another team who I didn't get a job at, I think. Well, I can't remember. Too many jobs. There's the confirmation that we will play Zenit St. Petersburg in the playoff final league thing. When is that? Wow, that is very, very soon. St. Etienne, then Zenit, Montpellier, and Zenit. Zenit? I just called them Zenit. So I know it's been a long episode, guys. If you've hung around this long, I do appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, if you could, that'll be great. Smash that like button. Let me know how you think we're going to go this season. And we'll be back next time. See you guys then. Bye.